Yo, wait a minute. So I'm back down the rabbit hole, okay? So I'm talking about the eels. Scientists do not know where eels come from. They've been trying their hardest to find out where eels come from. They can't even find out. They don't even have a reproductive system. Eels. So they don't even know how they mate. They don't know any of this. They've been trying to study them, but they can't. Then around a certain time of the year, guess where the eels go? To the Bermuda Triangle. The Bermuda Triangle. So let me tell y'all this. Then the time that they all meet up to go to the Bermuda Triangle, and the crazy part about it, it don't matter if they're in fresh water, salt water, wherever the eels, wherever they're located, they all meet up at the Bermuda Triangle at a certain time of the year during hurricane season. So if the scientists are trying to get to the Bermuda Triangle to try to study the eels, they can never study them because it's during hurricane season. When the waters are high, stormy, big waves, you can't even get through them. Mother Nature is something, y'all. I'm still down the rabbit hole, y'all. I am still down the rabbit hole. Eels don't have a reproductive system. They've been trying to study the eels for decades. They even tried putting them inside of a glass. The only thing they did was eat each other. They didn't mate anything. They tried to dissect one of the females, but they don't even have reproductive organs. They electric. Yo, I'm coming back with part 2 because what do you mean? Y'all don't know where they come from. That's why I said Mother Nature is a mother. I'ma call y'all back.
So at first I didn't think what she was saying was true, right? Because it says right here on Google that yes, scientists do know that freshwater eels come from the Sargasso Sea, an area in the Atlantic Ocean near the Bermuda Triangle, though they have never seen them mate in the wild. So part of what she's saying is true. Like, they know where they come from, but they don't know where they come from. Like, how are they mating? How are they reproducing? And so the journey of an eel, the birthplace, adult eels swim thousands of miles to lay eggs deep in the warm waters of the Sargasso Sea. That's crazy within itself. Y'all live in the fresh water, but y'all lay eggs in the salt water. The larvae, tiny clear leaf-shaped babies called something, hatch and float on the ocean currents toward land for months or years. How are you a larvae and not dying after months or years? That's crazy. The change, as they reach coastal rivers and streams, they turn into transparent glass eels, grow into darker yellow eels to live in freshwater for years, and finally transform into silver eels to swim back and spawn. Eels do not develop reproductive parts until they are old and heading back toward the ocean, which confused early scientists like Sigmund Freud, who tried to find them. Wild mating. Even with satellite trackers helping researchers find where the adults go, no human has ever watched eels mate or found a wild egg. That's crazy. Now there's even more information right here. Freshwater eels start their life in saltwater. That means they're born in saltwater but migrate to freshwater where they live their adult lives, sometimes for decades, before returning to the ocean to spawn. For millennia, this reproductive strategy remained one of biology's greatest mysteries. In the Bible, we're told not to eat eels because they don't have visible removable scales, making it an unclean sea creature under Mosaic dietary law. Leviticus 11:9 states that you may only eat water creatures that have both fins and scales. The prohibition in Leviticus 11:10-12 says that anything in the water without fins and scales is an abomination and must not be eaten. The status of eels. Eels are classified as unclean because they lack visible scales that can be removed without tearing the skin. Super weird, super crazy, right? But then back here on this video, let me make this smaller again. Back here on this video, though, there's people in the comment section sharing these pictures of Ursula. Talking about that's why Ursula had eels be her minions. You know what I mean? That's crazy. Ursula ain't playing about them babies. It says right here in the comment, she make them stay quiet, real quiet on the creek.
No, whoever did the PR for eels is honestly a genius. Because the fact that I never knew that eels are literally aliens, can anyone explain to me how no one, and I mean no one, with all the science and all the technology that we have, no one can understand how eels reproduce? Nobody. And they don't even have the organs to do so. Eels don't even have gender. To this day, I still can't even understand like how electricity even comes from them. Like, or from electric eels. Not all eels, for y'all. Tussle with me in the comments. But in general, no, whoever did the PR for eels is honestly a genius. Because the fact that I never knew that eels are literally aliens, can anyone explain to me how no one, and I mean no one, with all the science and all the technology that we have, no one can understand how eels reproduce? Nobody. And they don't even have the organs to do so. Eels don't even have gender. To this day, I still can't even understand like how electricity even comes from them. Like, or from electric eels. Not all eels, for y'all. Tussle with me in the comments. But in general, like, eels are so confusing. And then, are we not even going to talk about the fact that they go to the Bermuda Triangle to procreate, to reproduce? Like, it doesn't matter how far they are in the world. They have to reproduce in the Bermuda Triangle. And y'all already know! And I really believe that the Bermuda Triangle is a portal. Like, I do. Because everybody disappears there. There's so many unsolved mysteries and cases having to do with that place. And you're telling me that these strange animals that have no organs to reproduce, but somehow just pop up with babies, have to go into the Bermuda Triangle to reproduce? How? Why? Could someone explain to me? I came across this video where it was like, tell me the scariest animal fact, because my algorithm's already telling me stuff about animals. Ever since I found out that walruses suck the brains out of eels, like baby eels' head, they literally have such heavy suction that they just put their mouth on the seal and suck the actual brains out of their head. Like, it just comes right out. Right out. So I found that out, and then that video came up after I saw that video on my For You page. And I'm just going through the comments for like, what was it, 30 minutes reading all this stuff, and half the comments are about eels. Everybody collectively doesn't know. Like, what? I don't know. Y'all. I need answers. Please tell me in the comments. Send help. Also, make sure you like, follow, comment down below what other animal y'all want to get into, because like, nature is crazy at this point.
Yeah, man. So let me know what you guys think about this. I know it's a really crazy topic. I know it kind of came out of left field, but hey, this is the type of stuff that sometimes falls on my For You page, and sometimes I just got to react to it. Now, I did do some fact checking, so I've already covered the facts according to Google, honestly. So, I mean, hey, take that with a grain of salt, you know what I mean? But that's my thoughts on this. I'll leave both of these video clips linked in the description to give them credit for their work. I do recommend that you follow Kayla Lorraine here, the one on the screen, but you can also follow the other lady if that's what you choose to do. I don't know much about her, but I do follow Kayla. So that's going to do it for this one. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Until then, God bless.